rarely get that type of look at Nikola Jokic. I really enjoyed that, but I also really hope that we can get Perk sprinting into our studio in
That's the same
slow
speed he moves.
Good luck with that.
The way that
power
Nikola
walk.
Jokic
Can't go get him.
No, a power walk.
It's something.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Perk, speaking of powerful, this may be Nikola Jokic's best year that we've ever seen. That's saying a lot for a three-time MVP, but the Nuggets, they haven't felt like the powerhouse maybe that they have in years past. Are the right pieces around Nikola?
I mean, yeah, but you got to get the best out of those pieces, right? And I thought the other night was a prime example when you look at the win that they had with Russell Westbrook and Aaron Gordon leading the charge. It was kind of one of those, hey, Coach Mike Malone, I'm here. Hey, I actually could play. Hey, you actually could run some sets for me without using Jokic, right? Because that'd be the biggest concern when it comes down to the Denver Nuggets is what those minutes, those non-Jokic minutes look like. And look, when you think about the guys that they lost when they won the championship, you talk about Caldwell Pope, you talk about Bruce Brown, you talk about Jeff Green. All those guys were able to slide their puppies defensively. Right now, this Denver Nuggets team, they couldn't guard the senior citizens at recess. At recess right now.
They have recess?
Yeah,
I know, they have recess at the
recess. They get to go out. They wheel them outside every now and then and get some sunlight. I'm just telling you, they're sorry defensively, and that's not going to cut it.
They maximize the potential of everybody on the basketball court at the same time. That's not easy to do.
Jokic do.
He on the team.
I mean, but Jokic do.
They maximize the potential of all five guys at the same time. Oftentimes in the NBA, you'll watch two guys go to work, the other three guys over there smoking cigarettes. They get everybody involved, whether it be putting Russell Westbrook on the dunker, whether it be Aaron Gordon getting off the other night, whatever it is, they instill confidence in each one of their guys. Mike Malone has done a great job of the offense being fluid. Yes, defense might be an issue, but they score the ball at a high rate. And I ain't going against them because the Lakers ain't showed me nothing collectively in a 7-game series. The regular season, they look good. Bron and Luka, they look cute together. They need to win a 7-game series.
Well, the Nuggets, they had won 13 of 14 against the Lakers before they met in February. They have another matchup against the Lakers tonight. They've played already 3 times this season. So I think it's time for our analyst, our newly minted show creator, Shanae, to preview this matchup. But first, we got a little surprise for you before you go back to the big board.
What are we talking?
There's no one who is better at breaking down tape than Shanae.
Roll the tape. Oh, snap. This is my sister squad. I have something up my sleeve. Shh. Big Cali energy here at the Intuit Dome. We have a big cheat sheet on the Jumbotron. The biggest cheat sheet ever. Look at that finish. Turnaround 360. She has been balling. They ain't settling. Texas stays winning. Finally, I have my own in-bump. I love you guys. Thank you for making it. Perk has like 15, and now I got one. But who's counting, y'all? Let's talk about this matchup. We know that the Lakers and the Nuggets, they've been, squabbling up in the playoffs over the last few years. But this year, it feels like it's different because you throw in Luka Jokic, and all of a sudden, the intensity goes through the roof. But it's actually another Laker that we start with. Austin Tyler Reeves, as Perk likes to say, or Hillbilly Kobe, some like to say, is showing why he's really grown in games without LeBron James. I mean, look at this. He's putting up all NBA type of numbers when LeBron James is out, and that has helped keep the Lakers afloat. 28.6 and 8.4 assists per game. And let's start with the assists because he is great at playmaking. You sleep, I teach. Unfortunately, on this play, it's Russell Westbrook who falls asleep ball watching because everyone's waiting to see what he does. Instead, there's a slip to the basket, an easy finish. But we all know this man likes to cook. He's one of their best off-the-dribble scorers. And so here, when there's no help, you're on an island. I'm sorry, Mr. Murray. I'm going to take you to the rim. His physicality, his ability to stop that counter move, the fadeaway off the glass, it's beautiful. But this is a fun matchup for a reason because as for the Nuggets, follow me on this one, y'all. We know that Nikola Jokic is the center of the solar system, right? But Jamal Murray, he's a big part of it. He's a big part of the constellation. Not that that really makes sense because I'm nerdy and I'm a Stanford grad, but if we're talking about March, Jamal went to Kentucky. And, you know, when we talk about stars, he has been that. His blue blood pedigree keeps him cool in the clutch. I'll show you guys, and I'm sorry, Lakers fans, you guys remember this. Last year in the playoffs, what was this, Game 2 fadeaway? This is when AD was saying, hey, I'm the DPOY, and then he gets isolated in the corner. And then Game 5, it happens again. Jamal Murray, I don't know what's in the water when the Lakers come to town and when it matters the most, or even most recently, like a week ago, he's able to knock down a clutch 3. So Jamal Murray has been a Lakers stopper, but this Lakers team is different. They have help. They have Luka Jokic, and Austin Reeves is playing his best basketball.
I cannot wait.
And again, y'all, thank you.
You like it?
I love it.
Yes. All right. I also love that we get to see Luka and the Lakers again in next Wednesday's Most Improved this season. And when you see the company he keeps, it makes a lot of sense. He's the first player since Oscar Robertson in 1962 to put up numbers like this at age 23 or younger. And that growth from Cade, it's helped the Pistons win 38 games this season, more than they've had in the last 2 seasons combined. So certainly Cade has been playing at an elite level lately. But the other night against the Thunder, the conversation after the game, UD, was about his ejection and after later leading to a Thunder win. And his head coach, JB Bickerstaff, did you hear this? Let's listen together, because he did not hold back after the game.
We deserve a level of respect because we're competing our tails off and bringing something positive to this league. Right? We're growing young players. Our young players are competing their tail off. The least that they could do is get the same respect that everybody else in this league gets and get refereed the same way that everybody else in this league gets reffed. And enough is enough of it. And what you saw tonight was disgusting. It was a disgusting display of disrespect towards our guys and what we're trying to do.
Okay, so obviously, JB was speaking about the refs specifically, but I think we can take this a little bit bigger picture here and about respect to the Pistons in general. How, UD, does this young Pistons squad earn respect?
JB, I'm with you, dog. You ain't the same Pistons no more. They is not the same Pistons no more. The world understands this. Keep winning. Keep winning, and keep winning in a way where even if you lose a game, the other team walks away and says, we don't want to see them in a 7-game series. You leave an impression on people. You win with physicality. You win playing together. You get in the mud. You win those tight games, and you just continue to stay connected. Those type of teams, those type of games just bring you closer, and when you're in those situations, teams will understand it. They might not never say it, but teams will go in and say, we do not want to play that game in a 7-game series if they continue to play the way they are and continue to win the way they're winning.
Well, no one maybe believes in the Pistons in a way that I've heard quite like UD has. Yesterday on our show, he said that in a 7-game series, maybe they get the New York Knicks in the first round at a little 3-6 matchup, and that would be a series where UD wouldn't be surprised if
they're going home
come out on top. But Stephen A. heard this, right? That he picked maybe the Pistons over the Knicks, and he had this to say on First Take. Take a listen, UD.
Oh, Lord.
I got to call the bosses. I want Udonis Haslem suspended immediately.
I actually think Udonis is really good, and he needs to be on TV more.
I want him suspended. I want him suspended. Listen, I am proud of my brother UD. By the way, I love him to death. He does a fantastic job for us. I'm really, really proud of him. You know, he has been sheer perfection on ESPN. Until that scene right there. Until that clip right there. He should be suspended immediately, you understand, for saying such things, knowing how that was going to break my heart.
Hello, bosses? Oh, yeah, UD's not going anywhere, but that was a heck of a take.
You want me suspended?
Not going
you just
anywhere.
got here.
You just got here. Not going anywhere.
And
but
guess what? I'm doubling down, Stephen A.
Oh.
I'm doubling down. Them boys want that smoke. Come on with it, New York, if you want to.
They coming. The New York coming, and they'll beat the Pistons at 5.
A dog lover going against the dogs. This is confusing.
Hold on. Here's the thing, UD, and you know this better than me. The scouting report in the regular season look like this. The scouting report in the postseason gets about this thick, right? And so when I'm thinking about the preparation, the game planning, the film session, okay, those defenses that Cade Cunningham has been seeing, like those trap, get out of there. No, it's trap till you give up the ball. And then he's not getting the ball back. They have to go through those growing pains before I could anoint them. And I'm looking at the New York Knicks, and I'm looking at what they got, even with an injured Jalen Brunson when he returned. And if he's not healthy, Karl Anthony Towns is still going to be the best player in that series. And you talk about dogs, Josh Hart is a dog. OG Anunoby is a dog. Like, they have the dogs. Mikal Bridges, he's a dog. Nowhere in hell the Detroit Pistons are going to beat them.
Man, listen.
Since both of y'all like to bark at each other because you guys are both dogs, I don't know if it's like a Rottweiler here and a Bulldog over there. I'm a little bit of a Chihuahua. What I look at this is, can the Detroit Pistons bully them? Can they bark at them?
Oh,
my God. Malika? It hurts. Look, can they bark? We're still awaiting to see their bite when it comes to experience. It's not like a foregone conclusion that like the New York Knicks are going to go in there and sweep. No, I think they have to have these steps in order to be successful. That's the most important thing. And also, like, you know, respectfully, like, this is a team that has gone from 14 wins last year, I believe, to 38 now. That's a huge jump. They're doing the right thing. And I think Coach JB did the exact thing you're supposed to do. Fight for your guys, especially at this point when they need their confidence higher than ever.
Absolutely, especially when those same guys out on the floor are fighting in the way that they have been this season. Speaking of coaches' frustration, is that a transition we can make? Eric Spoelstra, he did not sugarcoat the Heat's 8-game skid after Monday's loss to the New York Knicks, which happens to be the longest streak of his coaching career. Take a listen.